right, rock and roll. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Rich Guzman.
Hi guys, I'm Anastasia Halls, better known as Coach Ace.
And welcome to Ace and Rich Freedom by Design. And guess what? Today's Friday, guys. And you know what today is, right?
Hot seat!
Hot seat! Yeah, baby!
I know y'all guys have been waiting for Friday to just hurry up and get here. I've been getting messages from you guys like, I've got some burning questions I want to ask you guys. And I actually started an email series called Hot Seat Burning Questions. And so some of your best questions we're picking from, and we're going to send that to our list and answer them right there as well. If you're brand new, that's what we're going to do for you. I think a lot of those questions could be actually helping a lot of other people who possibly have the same situation, right?
Oh, absolutely.
We all come from different marketing backgrounds. Some of us are new to, online marketing, and some of us are seasoned. And we're still struggling for some reason. I don't know. It just happens. It happens to us, so we totally can relate, and that's where we're coming from as coaches, as trainers. We teach from experience.
Yeah, we've been there. We struggled before,
Yes.
and it was very, very difficult to really put the pieces together. And you know why it was difficult? I'm going to tell you why it was difficult, because to me, it seemed like a lot of people were explaining things in a more difficult, fashion with all these different kinds of like crazy words and stuff and
Big jargon,
and it can just confuse
Yeah.
people and stuff like that. So what we do is, in our strengths, the reason why we've become so successful is because we know how to explain things in a more simplified fashion for you to understand to help you grow your business.
Yes.
So
So let's take a look. See, we have a pinned comment up here, and the reason why is because some of you have to work your job. With all due respect, we applaud you.
We understand.
We applaud you. You have to go to work. That's okay. If you have to miss the hot seat, you can always come back and watch a replay. Those of you who are watching on YouTube, maybe you got us in your back pocket and your boss is not seeing you. That's okay. And you can hear us in your earbuds while you're working, right? We know people who do that. But you can always ask your question to us. You don't have to be on the live, but you can post your question ahead of time when the live goes live. And that way we could see it in the thread and then pick it out and then answer it for you. And then you can watch the answers on the replay. Sounds good? But for those of you who are here, okay, great. We applaud you as well for making it. And thank you so much for showing up on time. We actually are excited today because today is the final day for us to host this hot seat. Not that it's going away or anything, but we're going away. We have to go to Reno. And we're flying out to Reno, Nevada for the I Am Marketing Mastery Retreat.
Oh, yeah.
2018. This year is going to be phenomenal.
And this is going to be insane.
What an honor to be able to share the stage with a lot of the big leaders
I've been
that have
following
been in the game for a long time,
I've
right?
been following these guys for
I've been following them too.
For so many years,
I'm
since
super
2008,
pumped,
and we get to share the stage with them.
We get
which
to
is
hang
really cool.
with them and party with them.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be
Oh
freaking
my God.
badass.
Find out some secrets.
And not only that, but most importantly to us, it's not just those guys. It's you. We know a lot of you who have been following us for years that actually bought your ticket and you're going to the I Am Marketing Mastery Retreat for the Super Affiliate Network to meet us as your top
Yeah, they're gonna
earners.
meet us.
So
Oh my
we're
God.
super excited, and as well as those of you who are not on our team but have us as coaches and you decided to be a guest to go to the event, yes, cannot wait to meet you as well.
Yes.
So
It's going to be so cool.
we're going to go ahead and get started right now, and let's dive right into the hot seat burning questions, and let's take a look at the pinned comment right here.
Pin comments. Here we
And
are.
before we start, let's give a couple shout outs. We want to say some names here. We love acknowledging some people here in the names. So we'll start with the YouTube viewers here on YouTube. Freedom Warriors, where you at? Where you at, Freedom Warriors? Let's take a look, see. All right. Let's see here. Oh, there they are. Regina Hahn, Joyce Jolly, Tina Brewer, LaMarshall. All right, good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by on our YouTube stream here. And let's take a look at Facebook as more people are coming onto YouTube. All right, let's take a look. I like to do a little bit here, a little bit there, Facebook, David Toomey, Lupe. We have Vicky, Martin, Frederick. We have Christine Williams. We have Moses Whittem. All right. Tracy Lee. Awesome. Good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by. This is your amazing hot seat today.
Yes.
So, the first question that was submitted, actually was submitted yesterday because the person has to go to work, so we totally respect that, is from Joyce Jolly. Now, she's a highly actually participating student. Literally. Like, she comes to our hot seat, she comes to our trainings, she asks questions after questions after questions, and the reason why she's doing it is because what? She's learning. That's right. She hasn't been in the industry long enough to know how things work. And this is why it's okay to ask those questions. It doesn't mean that you're slow or you're dumb or you can't understand something.
Yeah.
It just means that you haven't enough experience. And one of the best things that Rich and I actually love about newbies, you haven't been tainted by the industry yet. Yeah. Which is even better because you get trained by the right people so you don't make the same mistakes that we did when we first started. Okay?
Absolutely, yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes. So let's go ahead and answer Joyce's question. All right. So Joyce's question is, I'm not a talker. I'm very quiet and observant. So that's why it can be difficult to do video marketing. How can I get over that? Okay, so you're not much of a talker and you feel that you can't do video marketing, so you want to figure out how to get over that. Okay, so this is a struggle and a challenge. Who here, raise your hand, put some thumbs up, some hearts, okay, emojis, we like all that good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
If you could relate to this situation, you're afraid or something significant is holding you back from doing video marketing. Let's see it. Who here has trouble making Facebook Live videos? Let me see it. Show of thumbs. I can't say show of hands because we're not in the audience, but we can actually say to you guys some thumbs up, some likes, and guys in YouTube, definitely smash that likes button, okay?
I just everybody give some hearts because now YouTube gives some hearts too.
You give hearts too, yes.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the thing, Joyce, Rich, you are the video marketing expert, and I know you will be discussing a lot of video marketing stuff in the event. Yeah. So let's help Joyce out here.
Okay, so basically with video marketing, guys, the reason why people struggle with this when they want to get started, they want to get going, but they're afraid, they don't know what to say, they're not confidence not there, and it's really difficult to get over that if this keeps bothering you over and over. But how I got over it, because I did struggle with it in the beginning as well, is I just did it, right? I just did it, but I also had kind of like a guideline to follow, because the person that was being mentored by, she helped me understand how, to introduce myself, how to, talk about a problem, then talk about a solution, and then give a call to action. So after I just followed that same formula over and over and over again, it just became really easy, actually. I would say, hi guys, how you doing? My name is Rich Guzman. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. And in today's video, I want to talk about why it's so difficult for you to actually start doing video, right? I get a lot of questions from a lot of people, and for some reason, every time someone tells me I can't do video, it's because here's how we can solve that problem. We could actually focus on creating a guideline, and with that guideline, if you follow that every single day, video will become very, very easy. But the problem is, if you never get started, you'll never know, right? And it gets more effortless as you keep doing it, and what happens is you get more confidence, and you start creating your own voice of the around the guideline that you're following, which is really, really powerful. All right, so guys, with that being said, my name is Rich Guzman. Thank you so much for stopping by my video today, and I'll see you on a new video. And don't forget, comment, like, and subscribe, and hit that smash that bell so you can actually find out when I'm going to be creating a new video. Right? That's it. That's that simple. Right? Now, why do I know this stuff? Is because I do it over and over and over again.
That's true.
So it's not about being afraid of like what to say. It's just you don't have a guideline.
Right.
And if you had a guideline, and we can help you with that guideline,
Yeah.
We have a script that we can help you out with, just to get you going. And here's the other thing: you got to stop caring about what people might think of you, because the main reason why people don't do video is because they're afraid of what people might think of them.
Or they feel that they don't know enough to teach the stuff that they are learning. And let me tell you, there is nothing wrong with you being a total beginner and learning something new and teaching from you just learning it. I'll tell you something. That's some of your best freaking content. Okay?
It'll motivate you.
It will absolutely help a lot of people, wouldn't it?
It'll motivate you to want to learn more.
Yes.
That's the beauty about it. Once you take action on video, it'll motivate you to want to take action in learning more, because the more that you learn, the more you can actually give back to the marketplace, right? So,
yeah. Totally. So Joyce, do not let any of that stuff stop you. Even if you talk to an audience before, it is not the same type of presence when it comes to the internet. Remember, you're looking at one webcam. Therefore, you're talking to one person. And that one could be the one for your business. You never know.
Exactly,
so make sure that when you are identifying yourself as a video marketer and you're speaking on camera, you look and make contact as if you're sitting one-on-one with me across the table. And you put your message across, and don't forget those calls to action. Those are very, very important. A lot of people have a tendency, and we've done it before, we have a tendency to skip out on that part because it's not a natural way of speaking, isn't it? Speaking on video is not a natural way of saying, hey, call to action. You know, you don't do it like that.
Hit the nail on the head on that one.
Exactly. So this is a new way of talking and communication. It is an effective communication using visualization. So you can use video media. You can use the video to communicate what it is that you want them to learn and what is it you want them to do. Okay? So I hope that helped answer your question, Joyce. All right.
But I want you to think about what you have at your fingertips, though. When you take action, you know, you have a humongous media like Google that owns YouTube now, right? Before, YouTube was owned by a couple kids. Now YouTube owns it because Google, you know, bought them out, right? Now they run the show. Right. And of course, they got their own rules, regulations, and things like that. But it's a massive opportunity to put your face out there. It's a massive opportunity to get your name out there, your brand, okay, your message. And this is why we must practice. You know, I want to tell you something. People that you see on YouTube, you know, they weren't always so smooth and keen, okay? Their first videos were horrible.
They were awful.
But they just kept doing it over and over and over because they knew they wanted to make it work.
Yes, yes.
Okay? And video, if in today's marketplace, if you want to survive in this business, video, you got to be on video. It's just my opinion. I mean, because we get people that we get from like solo ads or banner ads or broker traffic. And I can tell you that when we actually meet these people, here's what happens. Hey, I saw you guys on YouTube and, you know, I really like, you know, your content and your video. And that's why I signed up with you, right? Because they signed up through an ad, but they still seek this out first. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to look at it that way too, because they want to make sure that you are real, very powerful. So.
Yeah, and people want that transparency. And that's one of the hardest things that a lot of business owners today struggle with is being themselves, being humble, being transparent, showing the flaws, you know? I mean, there's people that are doing videos, they got no teeth in their mouth, and they're still doing it, okay? And I'm being real. They don't care about what people think of them. Who cares? Think about it this way, all right? Think about it this way. Let's talk a little bit about division, okay? We have a lot of division, don't we, when it comes to religion, right? You've got Catholicism, you've got all these different type of religions, and the thing is, all these religions, people, the preacher, the pastor, the rabbi, whoever, okay? They're all conveying a message, right? They're all conveying a message. Who gives a shit who is talking and preaching? Are you getting the message? Yep. Right? So when it comes to this, do not, you know, don't judge yourself, because the people that are following you, they either gonna like you or they're not gonna like you. That's just how it is. Yeah. We don't care. We don't care about what people think. We just get the message out. That's all that matters.
We'll get that script out to you.
You okay? You got a frog in your throat?
Yeah, a frog in my throat. Let's get a tea. Joyce, we'll get that script out to you on Messenger.
Yeah, if you want that video marketing script for us, Joyce, yes, we will give that to you privately in a message. We'll send that out to you, for sure.
Okay, so...
I think you have to start from the bottom because that's where the earlier messages are and then work your way up.
They switched it again.
They did. There's Christine. She's the next one.
Okay, Christine Williams, is your script different for YouTube compared to live on Facebook page or live on your Facebook group? When it comes to the script on YouTube, like even if I'm doing a video, let's say on Facebook, I'm going to still say, hey guys, how you doing? My name is Rich Guzman. I want to thank you so much for stopping by my Facebook Live. You know what I mean? That's you just change the name of the platform. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all all it is.
Yeah.
But the formula is still the same.
The formula is still the same.
In today's video, I want to share with you, or I want to talk about, right, you know, pre-frame what you're going to talk about, and then talk about it and always talk about the problem and then talk about a solution and then give a call to action.
Exactly.
Immediately you start providing a solution to someone's problem,
Yeah.
that you become the authority.
We have our own branded video marketing scripts, so if you want our our stuff, you have to either work with us or, I guess they could send us a message or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll send it to you. But we can't put it publicly here. We can't do that.
No.
Yeah. Let's take a look here.
Okay, so here we got over here.
After Christine, who's next?
No, see, it's up here, hon. We have to go up here. These are all the questions up here.
That one. Emailing.
Well, I want to make sure I get somebody else. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Hold on, guys. It's just a way that Facebook does their comment section.
Disheveled. They
gets,
shuffled your questions.
Yeah, it gets all shuffled. I don't know why they do that. I saw a question from Tracy Lee before and it disappeared, but I remember it. He asked about the traffic that I was talking about. If you'll explain the traffic that I was talking about. Well, the traffic that we're going to be providing for you guys is going to be, I know I got something going on with like pro members, MTI members in a private Skype group. So make sure that, I called out the names so you guys know your names, who they are. And if you don't know, go back to the Inner Circle, our private Inner Circle training that we have. And you will see, the names I called out. And you should be adding Ace and Rich to your Skype. And if you don't, then I can't add you to those private groups. But you must be MTI, you must be pro, okay? That's number one. And then two, you must be willing to do paid traffic. If you're not, those two criterias, okay, you're not going to know the traffic sources, all right? However, for other people that are on our team, I'm going to provide traffic sources for them too. So I'm not leaving you guys in the dark. I'm just taking other people, underneath my wing who are MTI and also pro, okay? Because it won't work if you're not at that level. I'm trying to help you guys get more of an ROI, and if you're like positioned too low, it's kind of like it's not going to work with this type of traffic. Just to let you know. Okay, so let me go. But as far as that traffic, Tracy, no worries, bud. You're in the loop. So let's see. Let me get back up here with the other questions. Go back to YouTube. And let's see here.
You're welcome, Joyce. Joyce says she's excited to go to the vent. And
yeah, it's going to be awesome. It really is. I can't wait.
And then she said once she gets back and she upgrades, can she be put in that Skype group?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Once you upgrade, we'll get you in that private Skype group. Because I'm doing it because I want to. I want you guys to interact with me personally, okay? And I can find out where you're at. Like making sure you guys are driving traffic every single week, okay? Or, let's look at your budget first, see where you're at and stuff like that. But I want it to be some consistency in your business so I can start teaching you more stuff, because these are things that are necessary to grow your business. And if you don't do that, it's just not going to work, right? And we have to get the right mindset. And, of course, I want you guys to be in that group with me and stuff like that. So it'll be cool because I'll just create some video content and I'll be talking to you guys all at once. Let's see. So the other question Joyce had was, speaking to small groups always think I'm looking at the deer in the headlights. How can I get over that, Rich? I've heard my voice on Zoom and my audio message on Messenger. I have a scratchy voice. Okay. Look what I'm doing. I got a frog in my throat today. Sometimes I slur my words, right? Sometimes I talk weird. Sometimes I talk like freaking... It's the cat from Looney Tunes, Sylvester. I mean, like, stuff very succotash, right? I don't care. I don't give a shit. I'm human. I'm not perfect. And I'm not going to be like a perfect anchor, right? And you don't have to worry about that stuff, guys.
No.
It's amazing, all the blockage that we put in our mind.
Absolutely.
You don't need to worry about this stuff.
Stop trying to be perfect. Perfect doesn't exist.
Because here's what's going to happen. Some of your videos are going to be like, you know what, guys? You guys had an awesome hot seat. That was an amazing hot seat, man. You guys rocked it. Other ones are going to be like, what was wrong with Rich's voice? What was wrong with Anastasia's voice? We're not, okay, guys, we're human. Yeah. We must learn to appreciate that and accept that. And when you appreciate that and you accept that, you're not going to worry about how you sound. No. You're not going to worry about, like, And don't forget, when you actually are talking to people, it's always like one person at a time watching you.
Yeah.
These guys not all in one room together watching us at once. It's one person at a time.
Exactly, man.
Okay?
Yeah.
It's a total different mindset.
Yes.
So it's people got it all backwards. Okay? So Joyce, don't worry about it. Okay? You got a scratchy voice? Clear it up. Whatever. You know? So I got to scratch the throat, but you know, hey, that's life. Move on. And people like to be real.
Right.
Real.
Right. Because if you overthink it, Joyce, if you overthink about how your voice sounds,
Yeah.
you know, how imperfections,
I did the same thing.
it will lead to
Procrastination.
procrastination.
Yeah.
Ooh, devil horns.
Oh God! I just remembered.
Okay, don't do it. Don't let that happen to you.
I did the same thing. I was like,
Yes.
I can't do video because I can't sound like that person.
We did videos
Yeah.
when we had the flu.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
In a
remember?
gurney.
Yeah.
On a hospital bed. Remember?
Oh yeah. But look, check this out, guys. Okay, I remember when I first started doing video. Okay, I was afraid because of the exact same thing Joyce just said. Think about it. What she just said. She's worried about scratchy voice, other kind of stuff, right? Worried about like her voice is not good enough. I worried about my voice not sounding like a professional.
Mm-hmm.
When I got over that, and I was like, screw it, I don't give a shit. I am who I am.
Yeah.
That's when the sales started coming in. That's when the people started coming, because then you became your own, you know, your own person, your own voice. And Joyce, you can do it. I believe in you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I'm proud of you that you're even talking about it and even thinking about it, because
Yeah.
that's the first step. Once you have a thought
Yeah.
about it, it's like it's great from there. It's
Right.
great from there, right? And just keep doing it daily, every single day. And I say daily because when you do it every single day, daily, what happens is you start to say to yourself, what the frick I was afraid of? Oh my God, this is nothing. This is easy. Hi, how you doing? My name is so-and-so. Hey, welcome to my video. How hard is that?
Yeah.
You know, you do that over and over, you're going to get it. And then you're going to start understanding the formula. Then you're going to start understanding what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Then you
Yeah.
understand psychology
Yes.
of talking about a problem, solution, call to action. Very simple.
Listen.
Very, very simple.
Round of hearts. Let me see some hearts on this, okay? A round of hearts. Ladies and gentlemen, freedom warriors alike, listen up. Imagine what your business would look like if you are the victim of procrastination, overzealous thinking of things, and you shift that mindset of thinking with saying to yourself when it happens, I just don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit what you think,
Yeah.
what you say, how you feel about it. I could care freaking less.
Look, I'm going to tell you something, guys.
And when you live your life like that, building your business, let me tell you something. Procrastination goes out the window.
Oh, you just don't care.
You leave the opportunity open for
Yeah.
no more about being perfect, right?
Yeah.
You just get stuff done because
Yeah.
you don't give a shit.
Exactly. Now check this out. I watch like videos on YouTube. And by the way, hi Shameen, nice to see you. I will tell you, I've seen some video channels that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Why? Number one, they've been creating videos for years, and subscriber base is going up. Now, what I've noticed since we've been more consistent with our videos, we get subscribers every day. We were like at, I don't know, like 1,000. Let me just see something real quick we were like 1,700 and something. I haven't checked. It was like 700 and something. But I want to just look at the number right now just to see where we're at, because it's going up like every day.
Look at that.
1,287. It's like a ticker. It just keeps going.
Yeah.
And it just keeps growing automatically.
The counter.
Right? Before you know it, we're going to have 2,000 subscribers, right? We're going to have 3,000 subscribers. It's going to keep going on. It's going to go. But it's the consistency.
Yes.
And it's just keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing
Yes.
it, keep doing it.
Yes.
Okay?
You can't grow a YouTube channel following or build your audience any platform. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn,
Yeah.
YouTube,
Oh, yeah.
social media. And I will be talking a little bit about this on stage. Listen, make sure you understand. You can't do it with inconsistency. You
No.
can only do it by being in their faces as much as you humanly possibly
Yeah.
can. This is how you become like more magnetically attractive to the marketplace.
And what I was getting at before was I watched YouTube channels of different, vloggers or vloggers, whatever you want to call them. And some of the shit that I see is like outright dumb. And it's like, you think the speaking is perfect? No, it's not. It's like, and I've seen some like outlandish shit, man. Like and I'm seeing these kids with Lamborghinis and like, they can't even speak right and they don't even care. Okay, and this is the way you gotta be. You can't care.
Yeah.
Like there's one guy, Alice Becker. Look him up. Watch him. He's like, oh fuck, oh this,
He's
all that.
totally
He
wrong.
doesn't care.
He's totally wrong.
Doesn't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Because he is who he is.
Yes.
And I can tell you guys, there's no reason why everyone here cannot have a YouTube channel and start creating content and start practicing. So when a year, 2, 3, you got a voice, you got a message, you're generating leads, you're generating an audience.
Yes.
An audience. And that's when your business changes. Okay? So just go out there and just do it, guys. Right?
Okay, Joyce, we answered a lot of your questions. We're gonna move over to Facebook now, okay, hon? We got to go over here and give these people a chance.
All right, let's go back up here. Here we go. Mandy, she asked, my biggest fear moving forward is being able to help my team as I begin to get, I told you yellow. Yellow, remember I told you?
Yellow, yeah.
Yeah. Being able to help my team as I am being, as I begin to get sales and grow my team. I am terrified I'm not being to help and train them like you guys do for us. So how do we do this since we are newer ourselves and still learning? Team building. Team building. Okay.
You saw that little part in that question, right?
Yeah. The thing about how do you get good at something, Mandy? It's just doing it and practicing. So in the beginning, I didn't know what to do, right? You didn't know what to do. So what we said was like, well, why don't we just create a group, start adding people in there, and start training. Right? Years ago, that's what we thought. Well, just do it. Mm-hmm. What could happen? We could suck, but in the beginning,
yeah.
And we know that after we suck, we'll get better because we won't stop. Because anything that we do,
yes,
even like video marketing,
yes,
we apply that same principle to any piece of marketing,
yes,
team building, strategy. We know that if we keep doing it over and over and over and over again, we're going to solve that problem. We're going to understand it better. We're going to master it. And we're going to feel a lot more confident and better about doing it. So it's not about you actually being trained, like training people like we do. It's about that if you just take action and you just do it and then you start learning about it, then your confidence starts to kick in, and then you're like, you know what? I'm starting to get this. I've learned a lot from Mason Rich. I can teach him on this step, that step. I can go back in a nice private little inner circle group, go back to the beginning. What do they do? Oh, I can start, following along, start training my team to do the same thing. Possibilities are endless when you start thinking outside the box.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Good point.
And you know what? My first mentor, her name was Maria. All right? Yes, it was a woman. And you know what she said to me? She said, Rich, the more you think outside the box is when you start getting more results in your business. And I never understood what that meant until the last couple years. So, think outside the box, guys. All right. That was a great question.
Good question, Mandy.
Anything you want to say about that?
No, I think you hit the head on the nail on that one. That was really good.
All right. Because,
couldn't have said it better myself.
You got the goods, Mandy. Just backtrack. Look at the first lesson.
Yes.
Right? Follow along. Because you're doing what we're telling you.
Yes.
And you're starting to see those emails that list get revived. And trust me, I got a lot more for you guys. A lot more. I just can't give you everything at once because it'll overwhelm you.
And I used to think that way. I remember every person who excels to mastery once started as a beginner. Okay?
Yes.
So when we were beginners in the very beginning, we had those challenges too. We try to compare our results with the leaders. We saw them walking across the stage, carrying big giant checks, seeing their lead flows like out the wazoo, and we were like, how the hell am I supposed to come up with that shit? And the thing is, you look to yourself and you feel down and your self-esteem goes low. No. We have learned to step away from that. Never compare your results, especially since you're just starting out. Your circumstances are always different from the person who is successful. Remember, you don't know what they did to get to where they are. You don't know their story to how they started to where they are. The only way you're going to know and perform and look like a leader is to literally get your own results. This is the problem with newbies. They have a problem with building credibility in the industry. Some people will tell you that bullshit lie that you don't need credibility in order to get sales. Well, here's the thing. If that was the case, then I wouldn't be where I am right now. I had to show an inkling of results. And let me tell you, it wasn't money. Because I didn't make money right away, guys. When it came to making sales, that wasn't what my social proof was.
Nope.
You guys want to know what my social proof was? Who wants to know? Well, let me see it. I mean, I'm not going to say nothing unless y'all want to know. This is the hot seat now, okay? So if you guys really want to know what you could do in the very beginning to get credibility, to get that respect, to get people looking at you, to say, hey, show me what you got. How did you do that? How did you get those results, Ace? Hey, Mandy, how'd you get those results? I want that. You know how they say, I want that? You know? They give you that reaction. I want that.
Yeah, when you
get them to the point where they say, I want that. How would you like? Okay, here come the hearts. There we go. Let me see the likes on YouTube. There we go. Tell us. Lamar says, tell us. I'll tell you what it is. When you first generate your first results, it is not money.
Nope.
It's the results, like leads.
Yeah.
The first batch of leads, guys. The first batch of leads.
Yeah, think about it. Like when you drive traffic, that day you drive traffic, you start to see leads flow in, like 20, 30, 40, 50 leads. Show a screenshot of your AWeber.
Take a screenshot.
Say, yo, man, I'm a marketer. I'm real, man. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. This is what I'm playing the game.
And you tell people where you came from. Never forget where you came from. You say, hey, before, okay, I started in this industry.
I didn't know how to
generate a single lead, right? And I go from 1 to 10. Okay, the holy 10, and then from 10 to 20, 20 to 50, 50 to 100, 100 to what? Okay, you show those results,
and you show your open rates, and you go, hey, you know what? I'm opening. People are opening my emails. I just started this thing,
right,
Mandy. I just started this, and my email people are opening. And my list was dead. I didn't know anything about email marketing, but I've been learning and I've been growing. And look at these numbers. Look, I've got people literally open up my emails and they're clicking on my links. And I'm starting to learn marketing, and I'm so psyched.
And here's a guideline fact for you, okay? This is a fact, and I want you to use this fun fact, okay? Remember Arizona Iced Teas? They had the fun facts? Well, Snapple.
Snapple.
The top of Snapple had the fun facts? Okay,
Snapple.
So fun fact, okay? Here you go. Anytime that you're faced with trying to figure out what kind of social proof I'm going to share, here's the thing about this industry. 98% of marketers in this industry fail because of 2 reasons. They run out of leads and they run out of money. So when you first getting started, if you ain't got no money to show for social proof, then you better show some leads. Yeah. Or vice versa. All right?
That's so true. I always talk about this, guys. It's always about the results. Remember I said, forget about the money for a second. Forget about the money for a second.
Give it up. Yeah.
Forget about the money for a second.
That's right.
What I'm looking for is results.
Results.
I'm looking about how can I generate leads? I need those numbers. How can I start getting those opens and those clicks? In the beginning, when I first started my business, I said, I need to learn how to generate the leads. Mm-hmm. I need to learn how to get open rates and click-through rates. So when I started taking the action, not giving a shit, okay? Who was that said that? Christine Williams goes, I'm not giving a shit anymore. I'm just going to do it.
Yep, that's our goal.
And that's what I did. I just didn't give a shit. I just going to do it. I don't care. People can get pissed off. You know, I've been looking at other marketers' inbox. I talked to a marketer the other day. He made $135,000 in 1 month. 1 freaking month. In 1 month. I looked at his inbox. I looked at his AWeber. You know what it showed? Smaller percentages, and he has like complaints on his AWeber. Do you think he gives a shit? No. He does not give a shit. He just is doing the deed.
Yeah.
Okay?
You guys are trying to play, they're trying to play that Monopoly game, like, you know, how to get past 100, you know, do not pass go and get $100. Let me tell you something, okay? When it comes to that, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
There's so many different types of strategies, guys. The point is, what I'm trying to get here is, understand that I always focus on the results, and every time I do, I just happen to make a sale.
Yep. And ask any guru.
It just works up.
And Rich, you are so right. You're so right, because we know this guy, okay? And the thing is, what I like that he mentored us on and he taught us that no person in the right mind who's making well over $1 million, who has a list of their own worth over $1 million, okay, has the perfect click-through rate, the perfect open rate, and then the perfect conversion. No, it doesn't work that way. You cannot try to strive to say, oh, I'm going to get 100% open rate, 100% click-through rate. Not going to happen.
You're going to have good days that your open rate's going to be like, really high. And you'll be like, wow.
Yes,
that one got a... It's what the marketplace wanted. Remember talking about the marketplace? It's what... See my voice? See? I don't give a shit. It just happens, right? So my open rate some days are like sky high. I'm like, whoa, oh my God. Or she does the email, it just goes through the roof. And then other days, I'm like, oh, that's a low open rate. What the hell?
Yeah.
But you just move on. You just keep doing it, right? The thing that we do is focus on how can we get better at writing better emails.
Right.
And we could be thinking that that's a perfect email and it bombs.
Totally.
But the email we think that sucks actually goes up. So it's all what the marketplace likes, right?
Right.
It's all about the marketplace.
I get happy when I see clicks because I know it's the luck of the draw or the roll of the dice.
They click on the links.
They click the link, click until you buy.
Every time that I'm gonna tell you something. Every time we hit our list hard, and I've been doing this little thing. I'm doing a little test right now. I'm starting to email my list.
I need to grab this. I need to grab my tea.
You gonna drink the microphone?
I'm gonna drink the microphone.
Listen, we're taking some happy pills today, guys. I'm gonna tell you something, okay? When it comes to email marketing, all right, it is very, very powerful the more consistent you are. And what I was just saying is, I'm starting to do a new test. I'm starting to email my list 3 times a day. Yes, I said it. Am I going to piss off some people? Yes, get off my list. Okay? Because what I'm finding, I'm looking at other remember, guys? I got my own separate Gmail for this, right? I'm studying other marketers.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see 3 emails a day. I always stay up with the competition. Right?
There we go.
Now I'm starting to see, ever since I started doing this, I'm seeing the open rates kind of drop a little bit, but I'm starting to see sales come in.
I was just talking about that.
So what I'm doing now, like yesterday, I did 3 emails. We did a PM, we did an AM and then a PM, and then I did another email. The PM was promoting Power Release System training. There was a live training going on with Franco. And then what I did at 9 o'clock, I say, hey, you guys gonna be available for 10 o'clock? A 3rd email in 1 day. Now, what happened with those emails? Now, that's 3 emails a day, right? What happened with those emails?
Most people be like, that's too much. I don't want to send that many to my list.
Well, but it's all about testing, right?
Y'all don't know.
The marketplace is always changing. So
you can't say something is too much for your list if you haven't even studied marketing.
I'm always like finding out like what's going on.
Exactly.
You know? Okay, so check this out. This is very interesting. So you guys know the first email I put up, it was like, oh, 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 it's magic, right? That's that song, right? That email got 100 open and 9 clicks. All right. Now the second email, PM email, got 115 open, 12 clicks. The third email got 33 opens and 2 clicks. 2 extra people that watched the training if I never sent that 3rd email out. But I'm in the middle of still testing the numbers on this, okay? So it's just, for me, it's brand new. I'm just testing it out.
Click, click.
Okay?
Buy my shit.
No, exactly.
That's what's going to happen.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
So just to let you know, that's what it was.
Yeah.
That's what it was. And it worked out, guys. I'm telling you, it's working, but it's still too early to tell if I'm going to stick with that plan or not.
But you're studying the market. You're studying what your audience wants.
Yeah.
You can't say, and I've heard this multiple times.
But I'm giving value too, though. But I'm giving value too because I'm just not pitching and spamming. I'm saying, you know what? Go to this training, learn some marketing, learn some great stuff.
Right.
Right. And then from there they sign up because they're getting the value.
I mean,
I'm not presenting.
I'm taking every current event as I possibly can put my hands on and type away as much information to the point that it's crafted into a nice crafted email for the morning that I'm going to entertain my list. Because my list needs to be entertained. They're already having a shitty life already. That's why they're on my list. Because they want to escape reality. Okay? And they want to learn something that is going to show them a better way. You know, they want that plan B. They want to get out the 45-year plan. They want to do somewhere they could commit to 2 to 3 years of their life, that at least they can do that and get out of their jobs faster and be able to retire and travel the world and be with their kids full-time from home or whatever. You know, whatever your why is. But you can't sit here and tell me, and it cracks me up when they do this. They say, I'm sending maybe 1 email to my list in the morning. I don't want to do 2 email broadcasts. Okay, who are you to say that? Have you been in the industry long enough to study the marketplace to know what your audience wants? No. Have you practiced sending a bunch of emails every day, knowing to see that if they're getting opens or clicks or not? No. Then shut up. You don't know nothing. You can't say things you haven't done yourself, because the marketplace is big and there's people who are already successful doing it that way. So why are you questioning the people that are actually having successful?
Now, here's the thing. Okay? Well, you had a question about, let's see, who was it? It was Joyce.
Hi, Christine Irvin, my longtime friend. How are you?
Christine, no, Joyce said, what is a complaint on AWeber? A complaint on AWeber is when someone, you know, they unsubscribe, they choose why, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. They use that as a complaint and stuff like that. Or if somebody marks it as like spam or something like that.
And it automatically takes them off,
It automatically takes them off the list so it doesn't hurt your list, okay?
Yes.
Which is really good. So it's just some people are just who they are, the way they are. It's just they're never gonna buy from you anyways. Get them off the list. Get them off the list.
Yep. Get off the list as quick as possible.
That's right.
Yes. Good question. Yep. All right. Let's see. They are getting a crack up. Ace, you're on fire. Rich, you guys are on fire. Let me see.
I think it's the green tea.
It has to be the green tea.
You guys gotta try some Starbucks green tea. It's really good.
Okay, this is a question for Christine. She says, so if we need to do videos every day, should that be every day into our Facebook group or Facebook fan page or on my YouTube channel or a mixture of all? Okay, when you see us do videos, we actually do it strategically. Okay, this is another reason why we're digital marketers. Okay, typically, the average person can stick with one platform when they're not using tools to leverage their time to be able to simultaneously broadcast on multiple platforms. We actually invested our money, into softwares that we know we're going to get the huge ROI from. So we have a software that we purchased, okay, that allows us to stream live on both simultaneously at the same exact timing, YouTube and our Facebook fan page.
Yeah, and you can do Periscope.
And what I do, in case you guys want to know, I don't have a problem telling you guys, I love you, okay? In case you want to know, we have 2 computers here. So Rich will be on here getting things ready. That's why sometimes you see us actually starting a little bit late, because Rich is getting things going, and I'm on my computer sharing to my Facebook groups. So that way, you know, those things are done. Now, can the average single person do that? You know, yes, they still can.
Yeah,
but
the software allows you to actually have like, like if I don't know if you noticed, but you could see the you know, it says Ace and Rich, you know, live coming soon, whatever it says. There's a section in the software that shows where you can add that image to just leave it there.
So here's the trick. Here's the trick. If you were to use this particular software that we're using, what's it called?
Wirecast. Wirecast.
If you got Wirecast and you simultaneously streamed on your YouTube channel and you went live on your fan page, okay, or your timeline, it will let you do both, right? It'll let you do your Facebook fan page or your timeline, right?
I mean, you can do a group.
One or the other, or your group.
Yeah, it can be a group.
Here's the cool part. If you're by yourself doing this and you have this software, go on your phone. Log into your Facebook account, hit the share button, and if you have other groups that you want to get attention to increase your audience, you can just go ahead and just share from your phone and then start the broadcast and just go ahead. Do it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be going over Reno.
I just like to do it that way and help them out, because I know there's not a lot of people that work in partnerships like we do. We're a couple, but there are people that are actually by themselves building the business.
I did it by myself for a long time.
And you did it by yourself doing it on the phone.
So,
yep.
I would tell you guys, I just recorded videos. I put it up on YouTube. But before I record a video, I study a competitor's YouTube channel. And when I look at what they're talking about, then I emulate on what they're talking about, right? Because I know they're getting results. And I know they're getting traffic. So what I can do is siphon off of that traffic. The work's already done for me. Very, very, very powerful strategy I just shared with you guys.
Yes.
But here's the thing, guys. You have to understand, you have to learn keyword research and find out what people are searching for. Yes. That's why I like going to other channels and finding out how much traffic they're getting. I can tell how much traffic they're getting by pulling off some of the keywords, some of the words I have in the title, and I can put it in, keyword everywhere will show like, how much, traffic you're getting, like how many visitors, how many views, right? Because if you go to Google, you can see that with keyword everywhere. YouTube, you can see it as well, and it's very powerful. And that's what I would do before I create a video, right?
Right. That's the rule that you taught me when I was your student.
Well,
you always said,
I'm not done.
do your research first on your keywords before you do content.
The first thing is to always do your keyword research first. The second thing is once you find the keyword, put it into YouTube.
Yes.
And then when you see your competitors pop up, go to their channel, okay? And you can go and hit popularity, and then get the most popular videos to get in the most traffic, the most engagement. Why? Study it, find out how it's being done, and then guess what? You can emulate and you can siphon a whole bunch of traffic like crazy.
What's that word? Siphon?
Siphon.
That's a new word for me.
You like that?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So okay. I just share some really powerful strategy with you guys. Oh my god, it's so cool.
Are you guys getting value from the hot seat or what, man? These are awesome questions, and we're giving some badass answers. Yeah. Okay, so we got Sharon Green here. Sharon, babe, asks, say you are learning a new skill set. Where do you go to share what you want to share?
Well, if you're learning a new skill set, okay, kudos to you. I'm proud of you for even, learning new skill sets. That's going to be important to your success. When you are on YouTube, let's talk about YouTube for example, because you could share it on Facebook, you could share it on YouTube. You just have to pick the platform that you want to pick. Now, I'm going to tell you the differences between both of them, the pros and cons. And this will make a lot of sense for everybody who's watching this live, okay? Now, the pros when it comes to, YouTube is the fact that once you create a live, it's up there forever, right? And it gets, seen over and over and over again. So you get leads from, I got leads coming in from, months and years ago, right? Just because the videos are out there. Yeah. That's the pros when it comes to, with YouTube. Now, the cons with YouTube is you have to, build up your subscriber base to get more views and get more people engaged with your YouTube channel, with your videos, okay? That's the con, which it's still awesome because you still have to do that regardless anyways. So it's really not much of a big of a con, but that's the con that I see. Now, let's look at Facebook, for example. Facebook pros. Pros with Facebook, it's Facebook helps you get more engagement right off the bat when you're doing lives. If you do it right, Facebook gives you that engagement with your audience, that sees your stuff, right? And that's really powerful. But the cons with Facebook is once that live is done and it's recorded, right? It stays on your wall, but your wall is always having new content and it's always being moved down the feed. So after a while, guess what? Nobody's seeing your video as much anymore. So you won't get that residual aspect of that video being out there and getting found like on YouTube. So we said, so the genius that I am, I said, I gotta find a software out there that I can do both. So that way I can reap the rewards from both. So I get the same video out on Facebook, same video on YouTube, right, doing the live, and then the YouTube is literally getting myself residual traffic even after it's done. Facebook will get a little bit of residual traffic, but after we keep creating new content, it gets pushed down, so those videos won't get as much traffic because nobody's going to scroll all the way down to look at the old videos. It just doesn't happen. Yeah. So we figure why not do it both and get the best of both worlds. And what we see is we always see new people popping up in both places that we've never seen before, right? And we'll create a new audience that way. And then we'll see new subscribers happen every time we go live, which is really, really powerful. And we also see new subscribers on YouTube, coming in, watching the videos and subscribing to our channel when we're not even in a live anymore. Exactly. So this is why I really like YouTube for that reason. Plus I started with YouTube, but I like the Facebook aspect because of the engagement side in the beginning.
And YouTube archives all of our stuff. It'll stay up there forever.
It does. Yeah. It does.
As long as you don't delete it.
And I look at YouTube, and I want you guys to think about this. I look at YouTube as when you see subscribers, it's kind of like building your email list, isn't it? Same thing. You're getting subscribers on your email list. You're getting subscribers on your YouTube. They can unsubscribe from your YouTube if they want. They can subscribe to your YouTube. Right. It's no different. This is why we talked about building an audience and engaging with the audience and selling to the audience. So how do we do that? by providing content. If you create content every single day on a daily basis, okay, or a few times a week, right? But you want to do challenges to really push the bar so you can get a wave going. Okay?
Hence why the 30-day video challenge
Right.
came into play.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when you see when that happens, YouTube rewards you because Google likes it when you're consistent. No matter if it's a blog, if it's a Google search or now that they have YouTube search, the more consistent you are, the more YouTube rewards you because you're actually putting content on their platform. And I'm going to be changing some things around with YouTube as well. I'm going to be adding more YouTube video links in our description, and I'm going to start creating more end screens, and that we'll talk about that another time. It'll create more engagement to keep people on the YouTube platform. And that will create even more subscribers, more engagement, and a bigger audience, okay? So I want you to think about that. It's the same thing as building an email list. Facebook as well. When you start adding people into your Facebook, you're creating your audience. They're like subscribers too because they're coming to check you out. They're looking at your feed. When you put something out there, it's no different. We have to look at these platforms, guys, like it was an email list, except these are social media platforms. So you're building your social media platform list of subscribers on each end. And the more you get engaged, okay, the more they start to see you, right? The more they get familiar with you, right? The more they want to, buy from you when you're giving the value, okay? And this is the process on how it works, okay? So that's why I love YouTube, because YouTube, I just put it out there, sit out there forever, and we're always getting new subscribers. So we're like building our list constantly on these social media platforms. Then they go into our email list, and that's another ball game.
Diane Robin say, on a gurney, maybe you are a little bit crazy. Laugh out loud. We're crazy.
Yep.
We don't give a shit. One thing I've learned through this industry is while everybody's trying to, strive for perfection, they want to present a certain way. The only reason why they're doing it is because they're trying to attract a specific type of audience.
Yeah.
So they'll speak a certain way, they'll dress a certain way, they'll put that information out there, and it conveys to their prospects that is who they're looking for.
I like new people, and I'm going to tell you why. My audience is attracting a lot of new people. It's because now if I am like super crazy, technical on my video and it looks very professional and I have like this headline scrolling through in 3D and like, looking like a news announcer and it looks so tight and so professional, what is that going to do? It's not going to attract the new person. It's going to attract maybe someone that's maybe too professional, right? Or what if the new person is looking at your video and say, wow, that's a great video. I like the content, but how could I do that? You see what I'm saying? I don't want the new person to come to my video or our video and say, Ace and Rich, I don't know how you guys do that. Oh my God. But if somebody comes to our video and we say, oh guys, who gives a shit? Just be yourself.
Yeah.
Just do it. Don't worry about it being perfect. Just get it going. They can relate to that. They're like, well, God, I can do that.
Yeah.
What's stopping me?
Exactly.
I'm stopping me. Well, look at Ace and Rich. They got a plain video background. Like, there's no fancy schmancy lighting.
We're not wearing suits.
We're not wearing suits. We don't have a banner underneath. You know what I mean? Like, we're just talking on video and connecting and communicating. That's all we're doing.
If we can do this, you can do this too.
Yeah, and people like that stuff because
that's what they gravitate to.
Look what Feather just said. Best attitude equals appreciate and you don't care. Yes, move on. Be your own voice. Exactly.
You have to be your own voice.
Exactly. And honestly, guys, when we try to get too perfect, when we try to like structure something because we see something professional, like, I've seen people create videos that are just like freaking nuts. I don't have the time for that shit. I really don't. I have the time to just give the voice out there, communicate, give the value, and connect and meet brand new people.
I believe there's a time and a place for that.
Yeah.
There's a time and a place for that.
Yeah, of
like
course.
if you're coming up with your own product or something like that, I can understand there has to be some type of professionality in it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like doing everyday videos to stay with consistent content, be yourself, be in your jeans, your t-shirt, your sweater in the wintertime. I mean, it's fall right now, we're all cold and shit, So it's like, you're gonna be wear your hat when you want to. Rich wears his hat. He's a New York Yankees fan. Oh, sorry, Boston. But everybody has their own way. Like he'll wear what he want to wear. I'll wear what I want to wear. That shit, I did a video with me coming out the shower in a towel. Okay, like I don't care. Okay, when we were in Hawaii, what did we do? Right after that, What do we have to? Why should you have to try to be something
T-shirts,
you're not?
sandals,
Be
and a
happy
t-shirt.
with yourself. I mean, our fearless leader goes on the stage in freaking shorts. Okay, he goes across the stage in shorts and sandals sometimes. Okay, but it depends where you're at. There's a time and a place for everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Any more questions, guys? Let's
Yeah,
go,
there's more questions on Facebook. Let's get into it.
Let's see. George Jolly, this is something that... Let's see. Joyce says, this is something that is off subject, but I take notes when you guys go live because getting valuable information. Do you know any software that I can use to take the transcript and convert them into words or remove timing text in the transcript?
If you're talking about using a teleprompter, I'm going to tell you right now, you're really overthinking it. I tried using a teleprompter, girl.
Oh, God. There's one for the phone.
It screwed me up. The thing kept going slowly, and you had to time it up, and then you're like...
There's one you can use on the phone. I forgot the name of it. It's really cool.
I have it on my phone.
When you're recording it from your phone.
Just go on your phone and Google Play it, or if you're Android or iOS.
I don't want to be perfect.
I don't want to be perfect. If you do that, you're hurting yourself even more. And Joyce, people will see that you're unnatural.
Yeah.
They can easily tell you're brand new.
They can
Listen, you ever smell fresh meat? Remember fresh meat smell? Okay? What that smell like? That they're going to tell you fresh meat.
Yeah.
Don't
they
do
can
that
tell.
to yourself.
They can tell.
The wolves will eat you up.
Yeah, they can tell.
Be yourself. Be imperfect. Take imperfect action.
Yeah.
Stop overthinking it.
And you know what the beauty is about...
I'm going to put her ass on the spot. Watch.
No,
Wait till I go...
listen. The beauty about video marketing, guys...
Come on, talk.
Is Joyce... The beauty about video marketing is that there's no one like you.
Yeah.
There is no one like you.
Yeah.
You have your own voice. And once you craft that voice, it's a done deal. It's done. You're going to be like, I'm overthinking it.
I am going to fly all the way from, where are we flying from? Hartford Airport? All the way to Reno, Nevada. And when I meet you, okay?
Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
I'm telling you.
Don't say nothing.
I ain't going to say nothing.
Don't say nothing.
I won't say nothing.
Stop it. Don't say nothing.
You got to get over that.
You in trouble. You see, guys? You see how we have fun? Ace and Rose, we have fun with learning, right? Inspiring people, right? And we love it. We love what we do. But this is our voice. This
is who we are, and this is what we love doing. See, Moses is in listen mode. See, he's busy, but he's in listen mode and he's learning a lot. Yeah. See, listen modes. Yeah.
Oh, Moses, man, we're gonna be hanging out. We're going to Lake Tahoe, right? You're driving, buddy, right? Lake Tahoe.
All right,
Lake
let
Tahoe,
me
baby.
see.
We're gonna have lunch at Lake Tahoe. Can't wait.
All right.
Let's see.
Mandy.
What
should we say in a piss off email? Most of my list is unresponsive. I want to piss them off and get them gone. Okay. Never thought I would be happy to say that. Okay, and we talked about this, about making a piss off.
Look, there you go. You're pissed off. So I would put the title as I am pissed. I would put that in the title. I am pissed.
Yeah.
And then in the body, you say, you know what, guys? I've been writing to you guys for a while. You have not even replied to me. You guys, if you don't like what I'm talking about, do yourself a favor. You see right here, all right? You see right below, right here? Click below that and unsubscribe from my list. Get rid of them.
That's it.
That's it. You just said it. I'm pissed off.
It'll feel so good.
Oh, yeah.
It'll feel so good. It's like relief.
I'm pissed.
Yep.
You know, you signed up because you wanted to change your life. And now you're not doing anything about it. Talk like that. From the heart. You might get some buyers.
Yep.
You never know.
You'll get all kinds of people.
Yep.
But you'll definitely make it very responsive.
Yeah, we do that, we start doing pissed off emails. I don't know, we do that a few times a year. We don't do it all the time, but a few times a year.
Steve Brown, what's the software?
It's from Telestream. It's called Wirecast.
Yeah, Wirecast.
Yeah.
One word, right?
Wirecast.
Telestream is the actual company that actually they do the same thing with Jing and all those other ones. So they got Wirecast.
They're really no,
not Jing. What is it?
That's
Telestream.
Yeah, Telestream.
Telestream.
Yeah.
Wirecast.
Yeah, you're talking about a whole different.
It's a different one, yeah.
Okay, you're talking Camtasia.
Camtasia.
Text
yeah.
might be thinking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Telestream.
Ace is having a sugar rush. Mandy, I wish I could say yes, but is there any sugar in this?
Barely any.
Barely any.
This is green tea, guys.
Yeah.
And we've been drinking coffee, but we've been switching to green tea a lot more.
Yeah. Let's see.
Is there caffeine in green tea? I
There
think
probably is caffeine in green tea, yeah.
Yeah, Tivana green tea, man.
Getting value. All right, good.
Ooh, me. Santa Little Rose. Hey, don't forget, Santo, you got something. Did you send me your login for PLS? I don't know. I gotta find out.
Okay, let's check YouTube here.
Okay, YouTube.
While you guys are, we got some of your questions there. Let's take a look at YouTube.
Tina, I'm gonna keep it real when I start. Absolutely. Just
Keep it real about talk about your grandkids, whatever.
I don't want to be like anybody else. I want to be.
You
me.
have a freaking life.
Yeah, I want to be me.
Yeah.
Guys, isn't it more comfortable to be you?
Exactly. And by building a business, okay, this is a part of the home-based business industry. So by saying that in your emails that you're building a business and, you've got kids or you've got grandkids,
Yeah.
you can share some of that about you. Listen, this is all about building relationships, guys. It's all about, do you know how many people follow us? Do you know how many people literally would kill to come and meet us in person, and they actually got an opportunity that they're not going to miss out to meet us in Reno? Okay. You want to be able to establish that kind of presence.
Agreed. Yes.
With your list.
Yes.
Because they're going to get to a point where, let's say they clicked on your list, Mandy, and let's say they bought already. You got your sale. How exciting is that? But check this out. One condition. What is that condition? I'm a face-to-face person. I like to talk to you. What are you going to do? You don't know who this person is. They're a total stranger, but they freaking bought from you. How are you going to provide customer service to somebody who just bought from you don't even know? I'll tell you how. You better get your butt on a Zoom chat or a Skype chat. You better figure it out, but you're going to get on some kind of a video conferencing to talk with them and get to know them.
Yeah.
Because that's how you build the relationship with a buyer, is you get face-to-face with them using video conferencing.
Isn't Zoom free?
Zoom is free.
That's another software.
There's a trial with it.
Yeah,
until they want to start doing webinars and stuff, then they have to pay.
There's another one. You can use Skype. You can
I'm right.
Yeah.
I am right. Yeah. Exactly. It's so important to establish relationship. The people that we're going to meet at these live events, they all communicated with us at one point or more than once. And they are in constant contact with us. Yes. Whether it be through a Facebook group chat,
that's how we
a
crush
freaking
it.
live video. Yeah. This is how we've been crushing it.
Yeah, because we do we go above and beyond what no one's willing to do. And that's why we can crush it and make a lot of money and stuff like that.
Where no guru has gone before.
No guru has gone before. I like that one. That's good. Yeah.
But we ain't gurus.
Listen.
And we ain't trying to be them either.
That's a good. You gotta write that one down, man.
Where no guru has gone before.
Yeah, we get the shirt. It says Ace of Rich Freedom by Design.
Where no guru has gone before.
And then in the back it says no guru has gone before. I like that. That's pretty cool. You remember that one. Let's see here.
Well, let's record in case I forget.
That's true, yeah. I saw something here.
Oh, Christine Williams, we're going to be meeting her. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Hey, Gerald Abraham.
Welcome to the party.
Welcome to the party.
Welcome, Gerald. Gerald, if you got anything that's holding you back right now, man, now's the time to ask your questions. Let me tell you something. Don't be a spectator. Be a participator.
Guys,
watch how we've been helping people here. And if you need some help, man, shoot out a cue.
What was I just talking about a little bit earlier? That because when we do the lives on both platforms, we always find new people and we're trying to build a new audience.
There you go.
Even in YouTube happens the same thing.
Case example.
Yes. You just saw it.
Yep. Plus, it's fun. It's a fun way. I mean, if y'all ain't catch us on our Tuesdays and Thursdays when we actually go live on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
We provide training for that, just, for the heck of it, and we're teaching stuff. I mean, that's the way we do our stuff, man. That's how we roll.
Oh, yeah.
And then on Fridays, we even do more, but we actually twist up a little bit where we actually put you in a hot seat. You ask us, and we answer you, and we give fast coaching on the spot. It's called drive-by coaching.
So, I've been working on a new tagline for our brand, and I can't tell anybody anything until I reveal it. Okay, but it's going to be freaking awesome. The name, of course, stays the same, but your tagline can be, updated and stuff like that. You know what I mean? The brand is always Ace and Rich. I mean, that's always been the brand. But we put Ace and Rich Freedom by Design, and but there's always a tagline we put underneath it, and we're going to be evolving our new tagline and our brand.
Yeah.
And I'll let you know. I'll let you know when we actually release it. Cause we're going to get some new covers made for our. Like we're going to change the look of the way it's looking. We're going to just kind of update it. It needs an update. Let's see here.
I know what you mean. She said sheet. She didn't want to say shit, but she said sheet. I know what you meant by that.
You say shit.
She tried to put too many E's in there. And some people do that shit in their emails too. They don't want to cuss in their emails.
I'll put money, I put mooney.
Yeah, mooney, Or instead of profit, prove it.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see here. Okay, so Christine Williams says, I actually had a Q near the top, so I'll post it again, just in case the Q disappeared. If we are emailing the broadcast list twice per day and sending it to the clickers, let's see, if we're emailing the broadcast list 2 times a day and sending clickers to the clickers list, what do I send the clickers?
Okay, well, the clickers list is, the reason why we created that is because that's going to be more an advanced training, and I don't want to get into that right away. I wanted to set the framework up for you guys. That was my goal, okay? I showed you how to do the code so you can move one from the broadcast who's clicking on your links, right? Very important. But there's a strategy. I want to talk about the clickers list, but I don't want to get into that yet. I want to get you to the point that you focus on staying only in your broadcast list and start just solely broadcasting twice a day, right? Just so you understand marketing, okay, from a basic standard, a basic level. Once you guys are in flow, once you guys are like, okay, I'm good, let's learn some advanced stuff. Then I'm going to go into the clickers list and some advanced things I'm going to show you. It's going to be really, really cool. And it's going to inquire, I'll tell you this much, it's going to inquire a rotator with your Click Magic. I'll leave it at that, nothing else.
Yep. So you got it in place, great, don't touch it. Leave it alone. Wait till we get back.
Yeah, no touch.
Wait till we get back.
No touch. Because you're gonna need you're gonna need your own separate follow-up series on your clickers list, but you can't get there until you practice your AM and PM emails.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here real quick. You guys got a lot of ideas. We've thrown so much at you guys, man. It's like, I don't think it's drinking like fire hose. I think they're like in a comedy show and they're just laughing their asses off while they're learning.
They're having a blast.
They are having a blast. Let's see. Joyce Jolly says, what is a complaint in AWeber? Because I just got one.
I already answered that.
Yeah, you already answered that. Yeah.
Let's see here.
And the thing about those complaints, you never see them. They don't tell you what they said, what they wrote. They just disappear. That's it.
Lamar said, you guys are on fire.
Yeah, Lamar.
Yes, we are. Yes,
it's a new breed.
New breed of marketers.
We are a new breed of marketers.
Let's see here.
And the industry is ready for a new breed. We're tired of the same old, Enough of that.
Yeah. Hey, Rolanda Sykes.
Rolanda Sykes. And look, Tim, was it T2?
T2.
T2.
Yeah,
T2.
welcome.
How you doing? All right.
Welcome to the live.
Hey, I'm not even keeping track of time here. What's going on?
Yeah, it's 5:12. It goes by fast.
You see that? See how fast it goes?
It goes by fast.
We tell y'all gonna be here for an hour, and then look, all of a sudden everybody starts showing up.
Yep.
Do you want to stay a little bit before we? Because this is the last one. I mean, it's up to them.
What?
They want a couple more minutes of our time, but you gotta ask another question. I need to see new people ask questions.
We'll take 2 more questions and then we'll go.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Steve Brown says, funny Ace, no gurus here.
David Toomey
tired
says,
of same old.
He goes, yeah, you guys are funnier than Saturday Night Live.
That's a compliment. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, David. I'm glad you're actually getting a rise out of this. Because here's the thing. I have been on trainings, conference calls in the network marketing industry for the longest time. And I literally, this is a story real quick, guys. Because, I love telling stories. And here's the story for you, okay? One time, check this out, right? We're going to hang for a little bit. This is a little powwow at this point. Check this out, right? One time, I was on a conference call for my network marketing company. And this big time, top earner is supposed to be there. He's supposed to share the goods and share his success story and all this other jazz, right? So all of a sudden, I'm sitting there, and this is when we had conference calls, okay? Not webinars.
Oh, on the phone.
On the phone.
Oh, I've been through that.
So we were on the phone. I'm sitting there with my spiral landline, and I'm on my phone. And then all of a sudden, everybody got quiet for a minute because we're listening to the speaker. And the only thing I hear on the other line is... I said, oh shit, is she snoring?
Oh my God.
That person was boring as shit. And nobody learned anything because the way he was talking, it was like being in church and it was like being just real monotone. And the person was sleeping. It just...
So what was it like? Was it just like...
And the thing was, it was real monotone. And the funny thing was, y'all, oh my God. I was trying to text the person on the other line and be like, we have a listener who's snoring very loudly than the speaker. So when I tell you guys, that's a funny story. But listen, I'm telling you, we made a way. We've collaborated, and we've been doing this for about 7 years now, okay? Yeah. Where we've changed the game. And we want to educate you. We want to inspire you and teach you how to be a new breed of marketer, one that doesn't give a shit about what everybody thinks.
And the new tagline that's coming is going to say it all.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to resonate with our core values, and we have our brand that stands long and true. And that's the thing what we also want to convey to you guys is if you see how we created our own brand as Ace of Rich Freedom by Design. By the way, this is not our brand. Just so you know, okay? This is just a company that we're affiliated with.
Because we do the company calls. And
exactly.
Stuff like that,
we do a lot of the work and stuff like that. But I will tell you this, though. We actually create our own brand in order to stand out in the marketplace. I encourage you, okay? And I'm saying to you, you can stand out too. All you have to learn is how to brand yourself. Find out what is it and who you're talking to.
And we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that in our private training and stuff like that, guys.
Target marketing is taught. It is learned. You can invest in courses, but a lot of people like to twist it and make you confused. And then you end up buying more and more stuff, and you still haven't figured out the answer yet.
Yeah, we're going to get into that, like in our private training about branding, about making guys look like the bee's knees out in the marketplace, and things like that. We're gonna show you all that stuff, which is going to be amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't wait till we get to that point because, then you guys will start involving more with your brand and things like that. But we got to get these little nuggets in place, right? So you're building your list, you're generating leads, you're driving traffic, you're starting to communicate, start showing the social proof, start elevating your brand. This is how it works.
Joyce says she has keyword everywhere, but she's not sure how to use it.
Well, it's a Chrome extension, okay? Just go on YouTube.
No, she has it, but she doesn't know how to use it.
Right. So go to YouTube, type in how to use keyword everywhere, and you'll see exactly how to use it. Very, very simple.
Right in the actual extension?
Oh, yeah.
She doesn't have to go to YouTube?
She already has it.
She said she went to YouTube, but she hasn't found good videos to help with it.
I'll find some for you.
Aw. There you go. Frederick has this to say. He says, go kick ass in Reno, guys. People need it bad to see and feel you both live in person. Nobody can wipe our Arizona meeting. It's for life.
Oh, man, that was amazing. I'm going to miss you not being there, but I understand.
I know, yeah.
It was definitely a pleasure seeing you in Arizona. And this was going to be insane. You know me, I'm going to talk about video, but it's going to be more about a different level of video, which is going to be really, really cool. It's going to blow people's minds right out of the water.
This is Christine. Christina Irvin says, Rich, did you try OBS too? If so, why did you choose Wirecast over it? At the
time, OBS didn't have the capability. I don't know if it does. I just gave up on OBS. It's good for game streaming and things like that. And if OBS did an update where you could use 2 different platforms, then great. All the power to OBS. I'm really glad they can do that now. At the time that I was doing the live streaming, it just didn't have the capability. So, and like I said, I don't know if it does. If it does, teach it, right? Share the value. Put it up on YouTube, okay?
Yeah.
Because I didn't know if they do that now. Awesome, great.
Wow. See, I told you, as soon as we about to go, people just start, going in. Okay. What is that? Let me see here. Just checking something. Guys, please don't put any links in our lives. Don't put any links in our lives.
What was that?
Even if it's just something, to share with people, this ain't the time to do that.
It's not congruent. It's not congruent.
It's not the time to do that.
Yeah.
I have to delete your message. Yeah. I don't allow that. That's just how I run. Let me see here. Yep, heard that, did that one.
All right, I think we should be good.
I think that's it, guys.
Yeah, Lamar says on YouTube search keyword everywhere tutorial, bunch of videos. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, here's with this last question. Do we have a question? Hold on.
No,
That was old.
no. That's old. Diane Robbins said they did ask a question, but it got passed up. And then they said, but when we kept talking, we finally answered it. It's infotainment. It is infotainment. When you actually are doing your Facebook Lives and you're doing your content, provide some humor in it. I mean, we're not all serious business owners, We are actual people.
Yeah, absolutely.
If that was the case, then entrepreneurism wouldn't have started. Because you got people like, different business owners from different walks of life, different age groups. I mean, you got teenagers right now doing YouTube videos, making bank.
Yeah.
And they ain't overthinking stuff like the stuff that you and I know right now. Those guys don't know that stuff. They just shooting videos right off the cuff, putting on wigs and stuff, makeup. They're just being silly.
It's crazy.
I mean, have you seen? Go on YouTube and watch the jelly bean challenge. What is it? The challenge with the what's it called? Remember when we did the jelly bean challenge? What's the name of those jelly beans? They're nasty.
Oh, I forgot.
You remember because you ate it.
Yeah.
Can somebody help me here? I forgot. Maybe y'all know. Give me
It's a jelly bean challenge.
It's a jelly bean challenge.
It's a nasty
and
one.
these jelly beans are the grossest. I mean, there's
Yeah.
one that tastes like grass. They taste like spoiled milk. What's the name of it? You have to spin the little thing on the card.
Yeah.
That right
Just
there.
look at the jelly bean challenge,
It gets
you'll find
a
it.
lot of views. And do you
Yeah.
believe how many YouTube stars come from stuff like that? Oh my goodness.
It just takes one video to go viral.
It just takes one video to go viral. It ain't just cats and dogs, y'all.
Okay. Rich is so cute, no touchy. Oh, she must have saw me. She must have saw me with my arm like this on her back.
He's very sweet.
Yeah.
He is. Somebody said my next email. Somebody said my next email. I'm just gonna piss off the list. Well, here's the thing. The only way to use that strategy is only if you've been sending emails
For a while. And you see
Don't do it if you just generated the lead and then send the piss off list.
Well, no, because that's supposed to be.
Yeah. They gotta get familiar with you first a little bit. Give it some time. Let it marinate a little bit. And then you'll know when during that week you'll be able to send it out. But I wouldn't do it immediately right away to piss off the list. You just started.
Diane Rob, I'm trying to find that question, and this will be the last question that we
It got
take.
passed
But
up somewhere.
unfortunately, it's just the way that Facebook does it.
Yeah.
It just if we don't catch it in time,
Yeah.
it just disappears. But I see questions.
And we still have a big crowd of viewers.
But I think you just answered it. It is better to do a video with infotainment more than just being serious and straight up teaching.
Yeah.
It just can't be serious for that long. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You
you
gotta
really
have fun.
can't. Yeah.
People like to have fun,
I can understand if you're doing like your own traffic boot camp or like some type of training video series of yourself or, some digi product, whatever, right? Then you could be a little bit serious. You don't have to, put in too much. But this is Hangout. Really, Facebook Lives, it's about being social. That's why it's called social media.
It is. It is.
You can be yourself.
So I'm going to get back to that question, though, real quick about OBS because That's what we were talking about before.
What is it,
And
OBS
we'll,
Studio?
Yeah, we'll close it here.
Okay.
OBS, like, to me, I look at OBS and there's still some limitations, right? As far as the new OBS, I haven't checked it out, and I'll tell you why. It's because what I said earlier. At that time, they weren't able to live and simultaneously in different streams. So I didn't want to wait until they actually had the capability. So when I found a software that had the capability, I jumped on it right away. Not only does it have that capability, the software that I used, like I could put like still shots, and we could look in a screen and get ourselves in position, so we're like
Yeah.
without you even seeing us.
Yeah.
And then when we're ready,
It's nice.
boom, we're just good to go.
Yeah.
It's an incredible software. I really, really love it. But OBS is free, which is awesome. And if it's able nowadays to really stream in Facebook and YouTube, guys, go learn OBS.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Let's see. See, that's easier now. Look how they do it. Oh, look at that. You saw it? You saw that?
I saw that. Yeah. So, Joyce Jolly, last one. Everyone has their own flavor. Ace and Rich are serious, but conversational, and it's as if you were
sitting in our living room.
Yeah.
I like that feel.
We make you feel at home.
Yeah.
That's what it's all
And
about.
when you meet us in person, we're WYSIWYGs. What you see is what you get. I'm no different on camera than I am in person. I'm the same person.
I'm the same person. Like, sometimes I'm mellower, sometimes I'm more
Yeah.
upbeat. You'll see me. Like, if you catch me in a mellow mood, I'm just like, hey. how
You
doing?
think you guys got a load of our energy on camera? Wait till you meet us in person. I've heard a lot. Frederick knows. Frederick met me in person. We died together. He knows.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's
No
the
doubt.
energy times 10.
Absolutely.
It's crazy.
Absolutely. All right, guys. So with that being said, my name is Rich Guzman.
And my name's Anastasia Aldridge. You're crazy, Jersey girl.
And
Oh,
you, know,
jeez.
and you know what, guys? This has been an amazing hot seat. And it cannot be possible without you guys. So this cannot be possible without you. You
Yes.
guys are the hot seat. You guys are what makes it really happen.
Yes.
All you freedom warriors, guys. We love every single one of you. Okay? And don't forget, okay, make sure that you comment, like, and subscribe, and click on the bell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So that way you don't miss when we're going live. Because you never know. We might do like a last minute live, or
It could happen.
it could happen. You never
You
know.
never
So
know.
it's good to
Schedule.
it's good to be in the loop to
Mhm.
know when our next videos are coming up
Yes.
and stuff like that. All right?
Yes.
So we love you. We appreciate you. You guys have a fantastic day. It's the weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Keep crushing it in your business. Okay? Just take that belief to the next level. Nothing else matters. Stop giving a shit. Your brain, it makes it, keeps you stuck. All right? Let that shit go and just take action and just do it imperfectly. And you'll watch. You'll start to see everything start to fold right in front of you.
And
Okay?
just a thought, just a little thought. It is the weekend. A lot of people like to go partying and everything like that and stuff, and hang out, drink, whatever suits your boat, right? And most people like to sit home and binge watch on Netflix, okay? And they'll do it. But here's the thing. Some of y'all been missing out on some of our hot seat episodes. So if you want to binge watch on Ace and Rich's hot seat episodes, go to YouTube and watch all the episodes that you missed on. You don't have to watch the whole entire library, okay? Don't kill yourself. Then you end up having to go to the Dollar Tree and having to buy more notebooks.
We gotta create a playlist for the hot seat. We gotta create a playlist for the hot seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll create a playlist to make it easier for you guys. But yeah, definitely catch up on some of the stuff you guys missed out on because you guys had to work or something like that. But we've gotten a lot of feedback from people who actually come home from work and they're like, Ace and Rich, I am loving and watching all the episodes that I missed so that I learned something new. Okay?
All right, guys, this is it. We are out. You're not gonna hear from us.
We're going to Reno.
I'm gonna create some videos. Don't worry about
Yes.
it next week.
Yes.
But next week we're gonna be away. We'll be in Reno, and we will be doing a live on Tuesday. All right. But Wednesday we're gonna be actually flying out.
Yep.
And so we won't be doing anything on Wednesday because we're gonna be up in the air. And then you'll hear from us.
You'll hear from us. We'll share pictures, videos, all that good stuff that you guys love and enjoy. And we'll post it on social media for you guys.
All right, guys. Take care, and we'll see you on a new live very soon. Bye now.
Bye.